we're here to cook the squash chunks. I've got some oil in a pan. I'm not going to cook all of those actually. I've got enough here. This recipe is written for 2. So it's spitting, of course it is. Put a little bit of salt on there. Turn it around. Just put the lid on. So what we're trying to do here is to caramelise the outside of the squash without cooking it so much that it just becomes a mush. Texture in vegan food is as important as in non-vegan food, but I think with vegetables you've got to be careful when you cook them, and this is a really good way to get some texture in your mouth and something to bite down on, because let's face it, we haven't got chunks of animal protein to bite down on, and I think it's satisfying if we have something in our food, and this in this dish is that. This is what you're biting down on. So take care, keep using the lid. I'm going to take it off in a minute. It's frying really quite hard, and that's good. The sugar in the squash is caramelising on the outside. So just get ready for this. It's really quite warm, but it's great. Get your extractor fan on if you need to. Another point to make is that this lid here is helping cook the squash, so it's doing 2 things. The squash in here is firstly caramelising on the outside. Secondly, because of the lid, it's starting to cook it in its own steam as well. Great, because it's doing 2 things at once. Great because the lid's on, so it's quite clean. And I think that's 2 great things all in one. So just going to have another look at this. I want you to see in the pan. So we can just see this caramelising now. I mean, with lids going on and off, you have to get a feel for it. I often use lids on and off to just get things going a little bit quicker, or to slow things down with the lid coming off. But I like the way this is looking. So whilst this is happening here, and this is just frying off, I'm going to get ready for the next part of this dish, which is the paste that we made earlier, coming in and amalgamating everything together in a beautiful rich sauce. Okay, so that's the next stage. Meantime, these little jousters are cooking away. And we can see here the continuation of the cooking, which didn't take very long, a few minutes really. As I was just getting ready for the next scene, we continued to let the overhead camera run, and I've speeded up this footage so that you can see me darting about, but also me just lidding off and seeing the little pieces there charring on the outside. They're still quite firm, but that's right, because they're going to go into a sauce, and just getting to the point where it's done. So you just do that and get ready.